Alright everybody, what's going on? It's Thundershot, and I'm here today with Rhymestyle and ZZ Toasty. What are we talking about today, Rhymestyle?
Today we're going to be talking about Fukkatsu no F, Frieza Reborn, the upcoming Dragon Ball Z amazing movie that I'm so freaking stoked about. Are you guys excited about that movie, by the way?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm really
Wait,
excited
hold on,
for it.
let's try it again. Are you guys excited about this new movie? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Say this with your chest. Say it with your chest. Today we're going to be discussing if Frieza is the perfect villain for being revived, because me, Z Toasty, and Thundershot were talking about why Frieza. And now you guys have already seen me talk about this. I expressed my feelings before about this, and I'm actually pro Frieza here, but not everybody else is. So we're going to break the video down into two parts. Part one is going to be choosing between the main villains from the actual saga, so between Cell, Frieza, and Kid Buu. And yeah, Cell, Frieza, Kid Buu, and maybe Raditz. I don't know if somebody wanted Raditz to come back. And then we'll also jump into the movies as well. So without further ado, Thundershot, why don't you go ahead and start us off? What are your feelings about Frieza being the one that comes back in this series, or in this movie?
When you first asked me this question before we actually started the video, I had to really think about it, because I didn't have opinions. I don't know if Frieza's really like a good or a bad villain in comparison to others, because Frieza is just so out of left field. I mean, his power level fell off. He was what would be considered the second, I guess, major saga of Dragon Ball Z, and it's been so long since we've seen him. But yeah, it was a way out of left field shot for me. But in comparison to the others, I think that, like, the more I get to think about it, he makes sense, because Cell was a lab creation. I mean, he ran his part. He's kind of, to me, it makes sense that he's done. Majin Buu was just the last film. We just saw him, kind of just. In the Dragon Ball Z world, we just saw him. It's been a while since that actually happened. But, I don't know. Frieza makes sense, and I guess I'm glad that they went with him, but to me, it's just going to be how they deliver it in the actual movie before I'll be able to make up my mind on if Frieza was the right choice or not.
What about Raditz? Would you want to see Raditz come back? Super Saiyan God Raditz?
100% Super Saiyan God Raditz.
Super Saiyan 3 with like the longest hair in the entire world, Raditz.
If you think about it, like, in a way, I feel like a lot of people would get super pumped if Vegeta could be the bad guy again, but he's got that family and everything now, so there's almost no way. But I think it would have been cool if they somehow would have worked like an evil Super Saiyan God Vegeta into it, but it's almost impossible. It probably wouldn't have worked out okay. But
I
think he's going to come in this movie, though.
What do you think, Toasty?
I think that Frieza's the best choice, especially of the villains that are in DBZ already. Like, because, okay, think about it like this. Buu came out of nowhere. Buu had no sort of impact on the DBZ universe at all. He just came out of nowhere at the end of, well, not the end of the Cell saga, when the Buu saga started. Cell, he was just basically a tool for Dr. Gero trying to kill Goku, and that was really it. Then, obviously, Cell had his own thing where he wanted to destroy, well, rule the world or destroy it even. And then we have Frieza, who actually has a bunch of lore with the DBZ universe. He killed all of the Saiyans besides a select few, obviously, like being some of the actual canon people like Goku, Vegeta, Raditz, and Nappa. It's like he has more of an impact towards the characters than Cell or Buu does.
Yep.
Goku doesn't really hate Buu. He doesn't really hate Buu. He obviously knew that Buu needed to be stopped because Buu was an extremely dangerous villain, but he didn't hate him. And Cell, he didn't extremely hate Cell either.
I feel like he enjoyed Cell, if anything.
Yeah, he gave up and gave Cell his insulin. He cared for that guy. Frieza, he hates him. Reason why? Well, he killed Krillin. Even though Krillin is back to life, still, he killed his best friend. And
Frieza killed Krillin, and it was a lot of work for all the other people to go around and get the Dragon Balls to bring him back, darn it.
Yeah. He didn't even like come back by himself, did he? He just came back with all the Namekians.
Also, let's not forget that Frieza did promise Goku 2 pizzas too. That never happened.
Oh my God!
No, you can't trick Goku. That
plug that in there.
That's beyond angry.
That's not a pizza at all.
Stuffed crust, King Kai. You can eat it in reverse. No, the way I feel about Frieza is exactly what Toasty essentially just broke down. He has like the greatest. I mean, first of all, when you think about Dragon Ball Z, who's the first villain you think of? You think about Frieza. And Frieza is like, as I said before in a couple videos in the past week, Frieza's main flaw was the fact that he could die. You know, if Frieza did not have the ability to die, if he was like really powerful or invincible or immortal, had regeneration powers, he would have been a much bigger threat in the Dragon Ball Z universe. He's probably the only villain here that would actually rule the universe. Kid Buu is a dick. Kid Buu would just blow everything up. That's what he does. Cell, I don't think Cell has the desire to rule the universe. He just
has an urge to destroy.
Yeah, he just has an urge to destroy the Saiyans and then, you know, destroy stuff after that. But he has no real urge to take over the universe. If Frieza was immortal or a god or something, or new form, whatever his new power is, because obviously it's going to be new power, he's definitely going to want to use his new power to take over the whole universe.
Yeah.
And he's the only villain in the entire Dragon Ball Z history, canon, non-canon, that could actually do this.
To be fair, you said Frieza's main weakness is that he could die. I feel like that's everyone's main weakness. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying with the regeneration thing.
Death, my greatest weakness. No, but the other thing I was gonna say is Cell. Cell wouldn't make sense to come back. First of all, Cell is a clone of Frieza. Like let's not forget that. Like Cell was made from Frieza. That's how you know Frieza's a dick. He was like Cell was created off of Frieza's cells.
Did he? Was he really? I thought it was only off of all the main
didn't know about
heroes.
Namek.
Yeah, they didn't go to Namek. They didn't. They weren't.
No, they got Cell when, or they got Frieza when he came to Earth. That's why he has the. That's why.
Right.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They got
right.
Yeah, that's why his face is like resembles Frieza's a bit when he's in the
I completely
form.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm not a true Dragon Ball Z fan.
Yeah.
Unsub.
Oh man.
Hey, quick joke time. How does Cell call the androids? On his cell phone.
Oh my god.
His Android
I saw that. I
cell
saw
phone.
that in my comments today. I forgot to post it, but actually, I looked at that. I laughed. That was actually really, really good. Oh man. So
Rhymestyle is secretly writing Team 4-Star Bridge.
wait, was that from a bridge or was that from something else?
No, that wasn't from. That wasn't a joke at all. It was.
Oh,
He could be writing for Team 4-Star.
well, I just had a comment today. I thought it was a good comment. Okay, so we all agree here that Frieza is the right choice here. So, right? Yes? No?
Yeah, especially compared to the other villains, in my opinion. Yeah, he is the best choice.
What
honestly,
if?
in my opinion.
What if Kid Buu came back, absorbed Cell, and no. What if Cell came back, absorbed Frieza, and Kid Buu absorbed them, and made like a supervillain? Nah.
He would look weird as hell. He would look
Super
he
Saiyan
would
God
just
and
look,
curb stomp him.
he would look like Janemba with like some sort of disease.
I feel like there's a picture somewhere on the internet of Frieza absorbed by Cell, absorbed by Kid Buu. It's got to be somewhere.
Find it.
But part 2 of this discussion is going to be just in general about the movies, because something that a lot of people in the entire freaking world thought was that Broly was going to get revived. And
Oh, real quick before we move on, I just want to say I had a video out on a while ago, and because Frieza was so out of left field for me, a main reason to that is I totally had it 100% in my head. I would have almost bet too much money on it that they were going to have to bring in a whole new villain for this movie. That's just the way it landed, because none of the other guys were stronger anymore. But that's what Frieza caught me so off guard for that reason. I thought there's no way if he's reviving someone, they're going to start the movie, it's going to be like, oh, there's this old legend about this guy who's really, really strong, and then Goku revives him to fight him or something like that. But, yeah.
plot twist, the actual movie is going to consist of Frieza getting brought back, and then Goku's going to kill him in 2 seconds, and then it's going to be a huge battle between Beerus. Plot twist.
Yeah, I really dislike when I see those comments. Where people are just like, oh, yo, dude, it's just gonna be Fusion Reborn again. Like, okay. Like, he's being brought back, and he's the main antagonist for a reason. He's not going to get wiped out in 2 seconds.
Yo, also, I got to give...
he's the biggest part of the cover photo.
I got to give Tosi props real fast, because in the literally 2 seconds ago, I said, I'm sure there's a picture of, like, a Super Buu Frieza Cell creation somewhere, and he literally found it. Like, there is one. Look at the picture. It's in the Skype chat.
I linked it to just but I found another one as well. It's just like I found multiple ones.
Jesus.
That thing is terrifying.
This is what it looks like to those who are wondering. Yeah, it's a real thing. Well, a fan-made thing.
Oh
Is
God.
that a penis? Oh no, it's a tail. Okay, never mind. Never mind, we're good.
Is that a penis? Oh, you remember the... I'm sorry. I just want to throw back to Budokai 2. You remember when Super Buu could actually absorb Frieza?
Yeah, that was actually really dope. I hope we get to see that in the universe, but that's a whole nother discussion. Really cool. Yeah. But as I was saying, though, is we all kind of agreed that Frieza should be the one. When the movie was first announced, a lot of people thought it was going to be Broly, and obviously the main reason why it couldn't be Broly is because Broly is not a canon character. He was in a movie. A lot of people argued, well, there's other universes. Broly probably exists in another universe, blah, 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 blah. It's not. It's not part of the story. Yeah. However, we do want to discuss the possibility of what if another villain across the movie sphere came back. Who would it be? So, ZZ Toasty, what do you think? Who would you want to see come back, if not Frieza?
That's actually a really tough one because there's like not a lot of villains from the movies that are actually that good. Like,
well, you also got to remember is whoever comes back will come back stronger, obviously, whether it's in a god form or another transmission or whatever.
It's like you don't have a lot of this. Like Broly, obviously, he's like the number one that everybody wants.
Super Saiyan God Broly would be a bitch to deal with. Like,
how would you even deal with that? Doesn't even like. How would you even deal with that?
Super Saiyan God Vegeta, Super Saiyan God Goku fusion is the only way.
And then they'll wish back, and they'll wish Vegito, and then they'll fuse with Vegito.
I honestly, I'm not gonna lie, even though it wouldn't like be like favored by other people, I would love to see Turles come back stronger and then be Super Saiyan God against Goku and Vegeta.
Because I've had way too many freaking comments in my sections about Evil Goku. He's wishing back Evil Goku. He's reviving Evil Goku, which makes no fucking sense, first of all.
Yeah.
But Turles was made to be the Evil Goku, so that one actually would make
that's a
the
good
most
point.
sense.
It's a good point.
Yeah.
I personally, I love Janemba. Janemba is one of my most favorite villains of all time, next to Frieza. And it hurts me to know that he was only really in that movie for like 5 minutes. Which we don't know. We know why, because you have to you only have that much time to squeeze in an awesome fight. I feel like if Janemba was a saga villain rather than a movie villain, it would have been an epic saga. Like, think about it.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Then he turned into that little demon boy and ran away. It's like, God damn it. You were cooler when you were evil.
But I will say, I would not want, even though Janemba is amongst my favorite, I would actually go for Broly as well, because I would want to see Broly come back either in Super Saiyan 3 or in Super Saiyan God and be that villain.
Need some Dragon Ball Hero stuff.
Yeah.
I swear to God, if they brought back Bio Broly, I would quit. I would never talk about DBZ again. If they brought back Bio Broly, I would never talk about DBZ again.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan 3 Bio Broly.
I would just be done. I would literally be done. I would leave. I would purposely not watch that movie, and I would just nope. I would be done with DBZ.
People try to go to a YouTube channel and be like, this person has removed their YouTube channel.
Yep.
Thundershot, whose side are you on?
Oh, for the movie villains? Because it was my favorite movie, possibly with Battle of Gods as an exception, I really, really, really liked the BoJack movie, but he just wasn't that deep as a villain to bring back.
Yeah. He just sat on King Kai's planet the entire time. Didn't do anything.
Yeah, I feel like Broly's almost the only option when it comes to these movie villains. I mean, the more you think about it. Janemba's there. Janemba, God of Destruction, sounds badass, but he didn't have any character development, so it would just be him being a psychopath trying to kill you the whole time.
Yeah, because he was just a mistake. Like that, and that's just the purest way to say it. He was a actual mistake. He wasn't meant to actually happen. He was just it just happened.
You know, actually, I want to ask this question in this video. This is something I asked Toast the other day, but I'll bring it up again. Who do you think is more unstable as a villain, Kid Buu or Janemba?
I honestly, I think I've said this before as well. Janemba, I think Janemba's a lot more unstable than Kid Buu, because Janemba's just full on destruction. Like at least Kid Buu, he probably won't destroy the entire universe under him because he wants to still like kill things.
Yeah, Janemba did it to do it. Janemba destroyed solely to destroy it, which I guess Akira Toriyama did have an interview where he said that was Majin Buu's purpose also. But Kid Buu did it for funsies. He did it for the lulz. Like when he fought Goku,
He was just laughing.
when he fought
the entire
Goku,
time.
he was having a good time. He was beating his chest, pounding on it. He was imitating Goku, all that stuff. Janemba's just like, no, fuck you, I'm trying to kill you.
I rewatched that fight like a few days ago. I just literally, it was like 20 minutes of Kid Buu just pounding his chest. I'm like, bruh, what are you even doing anymore? Just pounding his chest. It's like Goku knocks him through the ground to the other side of King Kai's world. Not King Kai's world, of Supreme Kai's world. And he just like still beating his chest on the other side of the planet. It's just like, what?
Yeah. The more I think about it, back to the whole, if I had to pick a movie villain thing, the more I think, I can't really rule out Super Janemba and then say Broly's the best, because Super Janemba, raw, destroy, Broly, raw, Kakarot. So, I mean, as much as Broly isn't really a character, like has no actual character, they did manage to build like good story around him. So I guess that's the one that would make sense, because he does have, I mean, you know, a trilogy of movies, so he's already built up.
One of those movies was not about Broly though. we were going to agree that movie was not about Broly. That was about a mistake that was disgusting.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that.
Wait, Hot Shock though. I think Hot Shock is pretty cool.
He slept on, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a lot of the English folk don't know about him. So, but that would be his movie timeline placement's impossible though, isn't it?
I mean, all the movies are essentially played.
It was like supposed to be like, I think in between like Broly and the Cell games, like, which is kind of really weird because Gohan still
Broly's like
one.
I was gonna say Broly's almost dead in the middle of the Cell games.
No, because
like that.
No, that actually makes no sense because
here's how I explain movies.
The 10 days of peace. The 10 days of peace is when the Broly movie had to take place.
Here's how I explain all the movie timeline plot holes, because they freaking bother me. I just always say they're in another universe. I mean, we know there's 12 universes, so the movies for me just take place in another universe.
Well, is another universe essentially a multiverse, or does it have to be that?
Multiverse, it all comes full circle.
Yeah.
It would have to take place in a multiverse in order for that to be a thing. But I think the 12 universes aren't identical or close to each other.
They're not identical.
Cool. Yeah, Metacooler especially does make no sense. That movie
How did Vegeta get to
Yeah.
Namek?
Yeah. How did Vegeta get to Namek? Why is he a Super Saiyan when Gohan is still a kid?
You know, as sad as it is, I think the more I think about it, I think Cooler would be the next best choice to Frieza.
Yeah.
But then it's like, why the hell wouldn't you pick Frieza?
Exactly.
So
Frieza's like better than his brother, which is funny enough because Cooler was pretty much. It seemed like he was made just to be better than Frieza. To be mistaken of Frieza, like first when you see him, and then like be better than him with a better form.
Frieza comes back damn near 20 years later with the final.
Go
ahead.
In TFS, Frieza did it. What? Frieza did it.
Yeah, Frieza did it every time, and that's like the only thing that made him extremely mad.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think haven't they brought Frieza back twice?
They
or
brought
three
him
times?
back.
They brought him in
times.
Fusion Reborn, the Hatchok movie, and
Right, as a cyborg. So he really has 4 appearances in the Dragon Ball Z world. So
I mean he technically never
anime
died
world.
before he became Mecha Frieza though. So
yeah.
he brought back from the dead, which
because technically, like, even when you see him in Hell and stuff like that in the show, that's filler stuff.
Yeah.
Because they never actually
Yeah.
showed Hell.
it's funny because they put that right in the middle of Boo, like because you see like all of the villains there. Cell is sitting there, Frieza is, all of them are, and Babidi's like right there with him, and he's cheering on Goku because he hates Boo because Boo killed him. And then everybody else is cheering for Boo because they hate Goku because Goku killed all of them.
That part still bothered me the most out of any filler in Dragon Ball Z, and only because, like, obviously that part was just added just as like a fun thing, like a lot of villains in Hell. Why the hell was Vegeta not there? Like, if Vegeta was evil, if Hell existed.
Yeah, that's only because Vegeta was on Supreme Kai's world with Goku at that point, because that was when Goku was fighting Kid Buu on Supreme Kai's world.
No, even
and Vegeta was
before
sitting
that,
there.
even before that, his body didn't exist. His body never went to Hell.
Yeah, which doesn't really make sense because they shouldn't have their bodies.
Yeah,
None of them should.
that too.
The more you think about it, the
already
more
had
sense
this
it doesn't make. So.
So yeah.
I've kind of already had this discussion a little bit with Rhymestyle on another video, but the more, like, do you think Frieza's going to come out and just be what we kind of expect him to be, a Frieza god of destruction sort of thing? That's the only way I see he could gain that much power. Or do you think something's going to have to happen after he gets
There's 2 wishes
revived?
you get with the balls.
Yeah, so I actually learned about. I had completely forgotten that there were 2 wishes now. It's like, Dende, goddamn it,
You
you're
think he'll
overpowered.
come out and then they'll be like, make me a god of destruction? What if he wishes for, like, Beerus's power or something?
I feel that there's some kind of secret. Like, I feel that there's some kind of secret to becoming a god that Frieza probably knows about, and he essentially achieves it, doing something.
Mm-hmm.
Did he achieve it in Otherworld, or does he come out? Because if you think about it, he shouldn't have a body in Otherworld. That's my thing.
Well, he probably already knew about it before he died. Because the thing is
that makes sense.
Like, we kind of find out in Battle of Gods that Frieza was who Frieza was because of Beerus. Like Beerus basically hired Frieza to be a dick, and I feel like, even Beerus said he planned on taking Frieza out because he knew that Frieza was strong and you just didn't like him for whatever reason. Like, I feel like Frieza at some point knew something that he could achieve later. I don't know.
Frieza's probably planning on getting an army and eventually and taking down Beerus in some way. I think that's probably what he wanted to do.
A cool thing to speculate, since Akira never actually showed Hell in the manga, is what if Akira completely rewrites, like, Otherworld, like at least the Hell side as we know it? Because he could erase all that filler stuff from the anime if he really wanted to, and actually give Frieza, like, some of it could be like a flashback to a Frieza storyline when he was actually in Hell, doing some stuff to whatever become God. I don't know. It opens a new window, but it's kind of a stretch.
God, I hope he
to think
doesn't
about.
actually do that. Toriyama, no! Don't do it!
I just hope he doesn't start trying to make more rules, because that's when stuff gets contradicted.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out as we get closer to the release of this movie. So, to everybody watching
Whenever that
this,
trailer comes out.
the trailer's coming out very, very soon, guys. Very, very soon. To everybody watching, of course, let us know your opinion. Do you think Frieza was the right choice? I mean, we already kind of saw what people have been saying, but this is a question for everybody. Do you think Frieza was the right choice? And the second question is, if you could cast a movie villain instead, who would it be and why? Just let us know in the comments below. And
yeah,
do you guys have any last final words?
Not really. I mean, there's just so many like overrated movie villains who aren't even like actually good in character development wise because they're movie villains. It's like Broly.
They don't have time to be.
Yeah, they don't have time to actually get development. So it's like, Frieza actually had someone.
Broly did, and he still sucked.
Well, actually, no. Frieza technically didn't have development. He was just like the same the entire time. But like Frieza was actually someone you got to know even, and actually you didn't like him at all, but you grew to hate him.
Yep.
And then him coming back is a little bit better than having a movie villain come back because nobody really cares about those guys anymore. Broly's the only one they really care about. And that's because they made multiple movies about him.
Yep.
That's all I gotta say.
All right. Channel links down below, everyone.
Make sure you subscribe to everybody in case you're new to someone's channel and stuff. Punch the like button around the balls if you enjoyed the discussion. And of course, let us know what your opinions are on what we talked about today. So, yeah.
All right. That's going to do it for us. I'm Thundershot. I've been here with Rhymestyle and ZZ Toasty, and we are out.
Peace.
Guys.